It's written EXR, only pyro. EXR.
Let's light it up! Now that's what I call treasure! Adventure time! Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. I'm going in! Witness the power of good. The fuse is lit! Absorption test. Stand clear. Let's light it up! No, my sword! Grain cutter! Teamwork is dreamwork! Time for a light show! Let's light it up! Rain outlines your fate. Absorption test. Fire hazard! Adventure time! Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
find any firework materials in here? Up, up, and away. Hup. Hup. Ooh, let me open it. Huh? Huh. Time for a light show! Swirl, Mark 2! Stand clear! The fuse is lit! Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
Everybody stand back!
Animo test 6308. Stand clear.
Let me weave you a verse. No, my...
Fire hazard.
Let's light it up!
One strike.
Rain outlines your fate. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Taste my blade.
Let's light it up!
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Like this.
What do we have here?
Let's light it up!
Absorption test. Animo test 6308.
Ring cutter, no, my sword! Huh? Everybody stand back!
A festive reprise. Stand clear.
Let me weave you a... Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword!
Absorption test. Stand clear. The fuse is lit. Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
We probably have to use the controller again for the second tower. That must be the clue we're looking for. It looks like some parts are missing. No match for Paimon's greatest power! Process of elimination.
Benny's adventure team! Sample! Adventure time! Off we go!
Ammo test. Absorption test. Wow, so many raw materials. Time for a light show. Stand clear. Enhanced animal.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The fuse is lit. Ooh, let me open it.
we go! Let's light it!
A minor error. Absorption test.
Rain cutter! Rain outlines your fate! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
What do we have here?
Adventure time! Off we go! Ha!
Absorption test.
No, my sword! Let me weave you a... Teamwork is dreamwork!
A festive reprise.
Ha! Hup, ya! Ha, ya, ta, yeah. Let's light it up! Hup.
Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Animal. Fuse is lit.
Rain outlines your fate.
Stand clear. Fire hazard.
Let me weave you a burst. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Absorption test. Stand clear. Time for a light show.
Alright, final tower. Let's do this.
Let's light it up.
Swirl. Mark 2.
No, my sword. Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Absorption test.
Witness the power of Gugwa!
The fuse is lit.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Adventure time!
Should be the same clue, right? But the shape looks a little strange this time. Maybe if Paimon looks at it while flying upside down. Come on, you should look at it upside down too. Yep. Seems like there's no easy fix to get rid of the darkness. The surrounding area has changed again. But it'll be no big deal for us. Right? Should we go straight back and see Sumi, or sort out the changes around here first?
Where did that come from?
Sumi, we did it!
I can tell. It looks like all 3 towers have been successfully taken. The evacuation is now going much more quickly, thanks to the improved environmental conditions. Most of the soldiers have gotten out. But it seems like something happened that I hadn't foreseen.
Adventure time!
There's darkness churning inside the Dainichi Mikoshi!
Logically speaking, all of Enkanomiya should be back to normal by now. Unfortunately, this place has now become the most dangerous of all. I don't know why this is happening or what to do about it, but what I can tell you is the location of the guy behind all of this. I'm going to have to ask you to confront him and make him reveal his whole plan.
How did this happen?
I've been observing the flow of the darkness and I've noticed something peculiar. There was a faint vortex continuously absorbing the darkness. I can only assume that the flow must be triggered by his need for abyssal energy. He's extremely dangerous. Even most bishops would be no match for him. Music to my ears. If I have deduced correctly, he should be in the library area right now.
Oh, hey. I would say this is a nice surprise, but it's really not that surprising. Look at you, venturing out into the darkness. You're the only person I can think of who could actually pull that off. Still, what's with you joining forces with them?
You're just trying to stall for time with small talk again.
Huh. I guess maybe you're not so clued up after all. Look, I understand that seeing me has gotten you a little agitated, but frankly, the fact that you're still so fired up and raring to go after the long journey here is a bit of a problem for me. So, let's burn off that excess energy with a little exercise, huh? Just to calm you down enough to hear me out. To the world and
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Time for a light show!
time for my coming!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Animal test 6308.
Here come the fireworks!
Absorption test.
The flames!
No, my sword! Everybody stand back!
This world. Stop! Oh, my life is flashing before my eyes. That woman with the slender pupils, what does she call herself?
Huh? How do you know about her?
Her name, what is it?
She calls herself Sumi.
That reptilian seems to be doing a pretty good job of human imitation. Makes sense, doesn't it? The Bathismal Bishops are a highly intelligent and fast-evolving kind. There have been legends about this for over 1,000 years now. The Bishop.
Bishop people? Huh. Sounds like the kind of nickname Paimon comes up with all the time.
Well, this one comes from an old Enkanomian legend. When the Bathismal Bishops were defeated, they began evolving to survive. That is, eventually, this gave rise to a line of bishops who were indistinguishable from humans, except for their pupils. These were the Bishop people. The story goes that they gradually infiltrated Enkanomiya and took over many high-ranking positions. Remind you of anyone?
We did hear that Sumi's pupils are vertical.
Yep. In good lighting, you can see that Reptile's pupils are thin, vertical lines. That's hard evidence that she's betrayed you right there.
But she's been helping us.
She is just using you to get revenge on me. I formed an alliance with the Bishops. I said I'd plunge all of Enkanomiya into darkness so they could send their elites into the Dainichi Mikoshi. And in return, they'd allow the Abyss Order safe passage through their territory and help me rebuild the Three Towers. But they didn't know that the darkness of the Abyss was a terrible poison to elemental beings.
So, they thought you had betrayed them?
I mean, I totally did betray them. To be fair, it'd be pretty humiliating for the Abyss Order if we unleashed the power of the Abyss on them and they were just frolicking around with no side effects.
You are...
Well, here's where we are now. Once she's done with you, she'll use the power of the Dainichi Mikoshi to suppress the Sangha Coralia and create darkness to protect the Bishops. They are probably diving down into the depths to rescue their imprisoned companions as we speak. It won't be long before the source of Blood Branch Coral is completely cut off. If you still want to save Watatsumi, you can use the mechanism I left behind to guide the light and dispel the darkness in the Dainichi Mikoshi.
We don't believe a single word that comes...
Oh, come on, guys. Do you honestly have another choice? This is just another fruitless trip to Enkanomiya for me at this point. But no biggie. I'm just a marginal figure in the Order. Unlike those who are falling over themselves to serve our Highness, I'm interested in more inconsequential things. Ooh, yikes. I think I'm all out of time here. I'd better go. I would say, see ya, but I probably won't. Here, I've got a parting gift for you. It's something I picked up at the Dainichi Mikoshi.
This looks like part of the same set as the one that Kokomi gave us. Wait, now's not the time for that. Oh, Paimon's so angry, he got away again. We can't trust that guy, even if he sounds like he's making sense. Oh no! Sumi's gone! We couldn't have missed her on the way here! Oh, come on, it's okay. On the bright side, most of the soldiers have been successfully evacuated. If any bishops did come through here just now, even though just thinking about that guy drives Paimon nuts! It seems we've got no choice but to give what he said a shot. This must be the mechanism he mentioned. But how do we reach it? What do we have here? How does it work? Since it has something to do with life, maybe the Bokuso box should be able to activate it. Up and away.
Off we go! Rank not good!
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75.
Ring cutter! Fire hazard!
Ooh, let me open it. Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here? mechanism, right? What do we have here? Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here? Way. What do we have here? Stand clear. Absorption test. A festive reprise.
I'm going in! Let's light it up! No, my sword! Witness the power of Guhua! Rain outlines your fate!
Swirl, Mark 2. Stand clear.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Here come the fireworks.
No, my sword! Let me weave you. I'm going in!
Oh, that's where the mechanism is.
me open it. Ooh, let me open it.
I'm shocked. It actually worked! For once, he didn't lie to us. Well, maybe with his sneaky way of explaining things, he doesn't have to. Why does Paimon feel like you two have reached some sort of mutual understanding? The Dainichi Mikoshi should be accessible again now. Let's get down there and see. Oh, looks like we need to write this thing down. And dangerous ones by the looks of it. Guess they're the elites, huh? Still no sign of Sumi, though.
Vengeance!
Absorption test. Time for a light show.
Everybody stand back!
Stand clear.
Let's light it up!
Fire hazard.
Off we go!
Time for a light show.
Let's light it up! Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of...
Enhanced animal
Let's light it up!
fire hazard.
Don't worry, I got this.
The fuse is lit! Fire hazard!
Huh? No, my sword!
Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
I'm going in!
Time for a light show. Oh, that hurt.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Absorption test.
Let's light it up!
Fire hazard. After a careful head count, it seems like the baby bishops aren't here anymore. Guess they got rescued. If the Baptismal bishops really did come down here, that means that guy was telling the truth. So, Sumi really is a bishop person? But we still haven't seen her anywhere. Where the heck is she? Whatever. Let's head back up. It's Sumi! What is she doing in front of the Dainichi Mikoto?
Since you came back, I'm curious to know. Did our rescue operation succeed?
Some baby bishops were rescued before we got there, but the old and weak bishops went back in the water to hide after we defeated the elites. Sumi, are you really a bishop person?
I have no intention of explaining anything. Although I can communicate with you, I know all too well that interaction with humans can only end in betrayal. The conflict between our two kinds will go on forever. Before I leave, I'm going to destroy this light. Do not come any closer, and don't even think about trying to sneak up on me. This tower seems to hear my wishes. I just need to think the thought and it will change its brightness. And if I so desire, it will collapse before me. With the cognitive equivalent of a click of the fingers, I could destroy this source of great pain for the bishops. So why can't I do it?
Oh no. This is way more serious than losing access to the Blood Branch Coral. What are we gonna do?
It's...
It's a pendant in the shape of... Are those 3 entwined snakes?
This pendant has been with me for as long as I can remember. Why does it fit with your two pieces? Don't be ridiculous. Are you trying to say that...
Paimon doesn't understand. This one is Kokomi's, this one is from the Dainichi Mikoshi, and Sumi's has been with her all along.
I grew up with the Bishops. My only possessions were this pendant and a few boxes of books. I learned human language and writing from them, but not long after that, Enkonomiya was left without a single human being. It became completely empty. Only recently did I finally have the chance to make contact with humans and learn what the things I'd read in the books really meant.
Sumi?
There's a saying in your human books that I never understood until right now. People belong where they are born, but creatures belong where they are fed. I am a bishop, not a human. So I'm going back to where I belong. I guess the Dainichi Mikoshi isn't my concern. But we'll be back one day.
Sumi is gone. Why did she suddenly change her mind in the end? Right! Kokomi will have definitely anticipated this possibility. Everything's resolved here. Let's go back and tell her. Hey, Kokomi!
You're back. The soldiers briefed me about what happened. You successfully worked with a shrine maiden named Tsumi to clear the darkness, but then there was an unexpected change at the Dainichi Mikoshi. Is that so?
Yeah, that's right. But after that is where things started to get all kinds of weird.
Really?
Sorry, Kokomi. Paimon feels kind of bad that we ended up giving your pendant away.
There's no need to apologize. As I said, Watatsumi Island has no further need for it. It's a relic from back in the very beginning when the Watatsumi Omikami reorganized the court and reformed Enkanomiya. The 3 pendants were given to the Dainichi Mikoshi, the Sangonomiya line, and the vassals of Watatsumi. The original intention was that the common folk, the officials, and the divine vassals would all hold each other accountable. But today, only the common folk have flourished while the other 2 bloodlines have declined. So the pendant is of little use anymore.
Funny you should say vassals. One of the soldiers seemed to think that Sumi was one of those. But actually, her vertical pupils meant that she was a reptile. She fooled us all.
That's not true. Vassals of Watatsumi typically take on a half-human, half-snake form, symbolizing that they are the familiars of our serpent god. At least, they used to. Over time, the vassals gradually became identical to humans, all except for the pupils of their but bishop people and reptilians. They're pure fiction. There is no evidence for their existence anywhere among Sangonomiya's classified documents.
Oh, so Sumi isn't actually a bishop?
The Watatsumi Omikami exhausted its power to create Watatsumi Island, and after that, it grew weaker and weaker. No more vassals of Watatsumi were born after that. All our hopes were placed onto her. She was going to be the one who could communicate between the bishops and the humans. But when she was just an infant girl, she and her guardian shrine maiden were attacked by bishops. Most believe she died that day, but some believe she was raised by the bishops. The people of Watatsumi owe a great debt of gratitude to the vassals of Watatsumi. Now that the bishops and Watatsumi Islanders no longer have a territorial dispute, I sincerely hope that she will find her way to where she belongs.
What a story.
Still, now that we know how Blood Branch Coral works, I, as Divine Priestess of Sangonomiya, may need to think of a new way to counteract the Holy Soil phenomenon. For the time being, however, the issue is resolved, and all thanks to you. Watatsumi Island will be at peace for many decades to come. I can't thank you enough.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision take. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations. Traveler, your existence is unique in my... There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on... That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will. So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity. Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
Everybody stand!
Swirl,
Strike
Mark
dead.
2, Animal Test.
Let me weave you a verse. Let's light it up!
A festive reprise. Fire hazard.
No, my sword!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Strike dead!
Stand clear.
Off we go! That's gonna hurt in the morning! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Inventor teamwork is dreamwork! Ow! Couldn't break the curse.
You are an enemy that requires special attention. Strike dead!
The fuse is lit!
Instabilities will be removed.
Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt.
I will mold you into the foundations of eternity.
I should sleep on it.
Time to act.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
I hope we can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Body and mind. I let my guard down. Ring cutter.
Time for a light show!
Behold, a fleeting shadow.
Goldfish down!
Everybody stand back! Huh?
That didn't count! Enhanced Animo Module 75, Animo Test.
All returns to silence.
Fire hazard!
Ha! Grip not good. Let me weave you a verse. Know my soul. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Here comes the fireworks! The fuse is lit!
Your verdict is decided. This way, a fleeting shadow.
Animal hypostasis and...
Huh? Off we go. I'm going in. Ring cutter. Body and mind.
This way, a fleeting shadow.
Huh?
Time for a light show! Goldfish up down!
Thunder.
Gotta watch it.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Adventure time.
The fuse is lit!
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko. Miko. Seeing you again is a change to eternity.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So maybe the reason Yae Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try.
Why, hello, if it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just joking.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
You did... for once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me. and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis. Well, what's done is done, and Paimon heartily thinks we'll be getting it back now. So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it? As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about? That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ugh! Not the Fatui!
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis, and the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
What a crazy story!
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not 2, but 1. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry. We aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your sister's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you. After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her, too. I wish you all the best. Are you sure? Okay, then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the omamori I gave you? Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yae Miko.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
It's written in